quick overview of the basics of regular expressions. Why and what? Well, it allows us to match a pattern in a string, in a text, in a file. Some examples, use cases. You could search log files for a particular pattern. You can find content in a file. For an IT person, this is critical at times. For a programmer, you would also need to be familiar with regular expressions. We're going to give you a basic overview of regular expressions. Here are the rules that we are going to worry about. There's a lot of other rules actually. You can make very complicated and sophisticated regular expressions, but as this is an introduction, we aren't going to bog you down with all those. So the caret matches the start of the line, $, end of the line, a dot matches a single character, brackets are going to match, we can match characters in the brackets, and brackets with this caret inside of it says don't match characters in the brackets. Some animals in it. Let's first just look at using the grep command in combination with regular expressions that we've learned. The command we're going to look at, or one command we can use, is the grep -e command, and this says we're using a regular expression. Now I'm not going to put any of the modifiers in there that we just talked about. I'm just going to put a G in there. So this shows any, works like a normal grep command. So if I do cat animals and grep G, that does the exact same thing. Show me anything that has a G in it somewhere. But now I can start adding some of these modifiers, like the end of line character. So this says the word has to end with a G, period. So that you can see it just retrieved the 2. Now if I change that with the start of line character, has to start with a G. So now I get goat. Okay, so let's cat out animals again. Let's for example then, you ought to be able to understand, if I do that, that one has the string NK. Or we could say chick, anything that has the word chick in it. All right, well, let's add some of those other modifiers. Let's say C ... Well, because I said, all right, it has to start with a C. The next 2 characters can be anything because the dot is representative of any character. But then I didn't put any start or end of line characters in it. So now let's say that it has to start with a C, and then it has to end. So basically this says start with the C, and then have 2 characters that follow, and then end. Well, let's add the word cat to our animals file. That should also match as well, right? Because it starts with a C, it's followed by 2 characters, and then it ends. So we have the start of line character, we have the end of line character, we have the 2 dots that represent anything. The only other one that we looked at briefly was the square brackets. So let's come back in here. Let's say it can have an A or a B anywhere in it. Well, that wasn't very useful. Let's do an A or a C. All right, so this one matched because it has an A somewhere in it. This one matched because it has a C somewhere in it. Same thing for the last 2. And we could say, let's do something that does not match everything, does not have an O in it. Okay. Oh, well, that kind of didn't work exactly because this says we have an O, so that didn't work exactly how we want. So let's see. So this says, show me anything that has a D or an O or an N. And see, we're still matching Don because look, it's saying, oh, well, the last 3 characters do match and they don't fall in that expression. So I'm going to match it. So you could use a combination of various things to filter out what you don't want. Maybe I don't want it to start with a C or a D. So now, look, let's count animals so we can see what's in there. So basically, we're going to get rid of donkey. We're going to get rid of chicken. We're going to get rid of dog, cow, cat. So we got rid of, remember this is the start of line character if it's outside the square brackets. This is the don't show it if it matches that. So these can get very complex, and there's a lot of other rules that we didn't look at, but that's a good overview for now.